Developing news, this is coming out of the UK. Just in the past few minutes, a court has denied a request from the United States to extradite the WikiLeaks founder, Julian Assange. He is wanted on espionage charges over the publication of the secret American military documents. He spent the past 21 months in a British jail. His partner appealed to the outgoing US President Donald Trump to grant a pardon to Assange before he leaves office on January 20. Niamh Barker, following events from us in the court in London. Niamh, the latest from you?
Well, of course, to deny the extradition will come, of course, as a blow to the prosecution. What we assume now is that the process of appeal will begin, taking this case onwards to the High Court, possibly even the Supreme Court. So we're talking potentially about many, many more months, many more years of legal wrangling to go when it comes to deciding Julian Assange's future. He is, of course, seen by his supporters as a defender of journalism, the right to practice journalism freely, and of the freedom of speech. But in the United States and among many of his critics, he's seen very much as a thorn in the side to many governments, not just the US government, a man who jeopardized state secrets, who undermined state security,
Julian, we love you!
Who has jeopardized the safety of undercover agents working in very difficult situations in challenging parts of the world. But this is very much a next step in what is likely to be an ongoing and long and winding case when it comes to establishing Julian Assange's future. We wait now to hear what his defense team have to say, those that have stood by him throughout this.
He has been, as I pointed out, Niamh, in jail for, was it the past 21 months? What, I mean, just remind our viewers of what that was for and what would happen to him now.
Right, well, let's take it all the way back to 2010, which is when the release of thousands of classified military documents and diplomatic cables was released by WikiLeaks. That led to an initial court case. Julian Assange jumped bail in 2012. He sought sanctuary in the Ecuadorian embassy, where he was hauled up for many, many years. During that time, another investigation was launched in Sweden. Allegations of rape were brought against him. Those were dropped in 2017, which eased the pressure on him to some extent, but nevertheless calls for him to be extradited to the US to face these espionage charges has not gone away. He was basically forced out of the Ecuadorian embassy after years of being there in 2019, arrested, and he's been held in Belmarsh jail in southeast London ever since, while he's been battling to avoid extradition to the US. During that time, his supporters say his health has deteriorated significantly. He was also diagnosed with being on the autism spectrum during that time as well. And the fear had always been that if he goes to the US, is convicted, ends up in a maximum security prison, then he may end up dying behind bars. So his supporters have been very, very vocal in standing by him throughout. But as I said, we expect this to rumble on. We expect this ruling to be challenged.
Thank you, Niamh Barker, updating us on the court case with Julian Assange in London.